Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we'll try to meditate on some pastimes of the Lord. Before we begin, tell me some names of Krishna. Okay, Damodar, Madhav, Rishikesh, Gopal, Keshav. अरे आप लोग सब शांत होकर बोलिए आप गोविंद धनवंतरी हाँ रणछोड़ हाँ मुरारी निकुंज भगवान मधुसूदन हाँ माखन चोर behind yes you people what is that Kannaiya yes Kannaiya Kanha Madan Lalla Lalla yes Lala Madan Gopal Thakur yes Dwarkadish very good Nandlal yes हाँ हो गया रणछोड़ हो गया वही देख रहा हूँ रिपीट नहीं होना चाहिए ग्वाला ग्वाला yes Gopal Vasu okay Vasudev today we'll discuss about one name of Krishna. That's what is our entire discussion that we're going to have. Huh? Vijay. Vijay Sakhe. Vijay nahi. Vijay hai Arjun. Vijay Sakhe is Arjun's friend Krishna. Today we will meditate on one name of Krishna. The entire class is about one name of Krishna and one pastime of Krishna. Because in this month of Kartik, what we spiritualists are expected to do, we devotees are expected to do, is be absorbed in the different pastimes of the Lord, in His names, in His forms, etc. Because that is what will keep us intact, growing in Krishna consciousness, growing in bhakti. There's a very beautiful song by a great saint called Kannamangala Thakur. He sings, Braje Prasita Navanita Choram Gopangananam Chadukula Choram Aneka Janmarjita Papa Choram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namah. This song is called as Song of Chor. The last line says, Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. I pay my repeated obeisance to the greatest chore in the entire creation, and his name is Krishna. And he says, Braje Prasiddham. In Vrindavan, in Brajabhumi, Krishna is darling of Vrindavan. But he's also famous as Navanita Chaura. Navanita matlab? Maakhan. Maakhan Chor, like that boy said, Maakhan Chor. So Krishna is known as Maakhan Chor. Just imagine, when someone does chori in this world, that person is beaten black and blue, put behind the bars. And when our Krishna, he steals butter, right? From ages people are singing Maakhan Chor, Maakhan Chor, Maakhan Chor. That is the difference between God and us. So he is God, and when we do the same activities here, we become God. Just flip the words, that's it, nothing else. So let's discuss about this one word, Maakhan Chor, today. And let's be absorbed in that. See, in our day-to-day life, we are so much absorbed in so many material things around. And many of the times we will see that absorption in the material things gives a lot of frustration. All of you have experience of this? No need to raise hands, I know. So when Krishna does these different pastimes, he does it so that we can get absorbed in these pastimes. And Krishna does his Maakhan Chori Leela. There are two verses from Srimad Bhagavatam that we're going to discuss today. So we have two books, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Both are Krishna Katha. Bhagavad Gita is that katha spoken by Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam is that katha of Krishna. You got the point? Bhagavad Gita is katha by Krishna and Bhagavatam is katha of Krishna. And both of them, they're really very wonderful. It is described that if you go and take a dip in Ganga, you'll get purified. अरे उसके लिए पहले ticket लो, फिर वहाँ जाओ, and then nowadays you see the pollution and all that, and you don't feel like dipping. One of my friends, he was telling me that they had gone to take bath in Ganga, and his parents didn't seeing the waters there. He took a bath, and he said somehow coincidentally I fell ill, and my father was saying, "कहाँ था मैंने? Don't get into these waters." This is what is Kali Yuga situation, what to do. But a Shastric reference is there. You take dip in Ganga, you get purified. And that Ganga also originates from Krishna's lotus feet. You know which pastime, which Leela is this? Which form of the Lord got Ganga down? Vamana's pastime. Someday, in some monthly festival, we'll discuss Vamana's pastime. So Vaman, they put his feet up, and that toe touched the atmosphere or the covering of the material world. And from there comes this celestial water is called Ganga. But for Ganga, you have to go here and there. And Ganga is called as Charanamrit because that water is was Charan of our Supreme Lord. So it's called Charanamrit also. But for getting Charanamrit, you have to travel. But there is another Amrit that comes, that's called as Mukhamrit or Leelamrit. And it is described anyone who takes a dip in Leelamrit, that person gets much more purified than taking bath in Ganga. And this Leelamrit is available anywhere and everywhere where Krishna's Leelas are spoken. So today, this is what is the activity that we're going to do. Take a dip in Leelamrit of Lord Shri Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is called as Amala Purana. Mala means what? Mala. Mal. Dirt. Amala means no dirt. It means it's fully pure. You will not find a tinge of material element in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's only about condensed spirituality, condensed Krishna consciousness. Pure devotional service, that's it. You will not find anything else in Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore it is said, Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam shukhamukhal amruka grava samyutam pibata bhagavata samalayam mohur aho rasika bhui bhavukah. First canto, first chapter, third shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, if all the Vedic scriptures, they are a huge tree, Nigama Kalpataro. They are a huge tree, but a wish-fulfilling desire tree. You ask for something, you'll get it. And this tree, a special tree, fruit-bearing tree. And there are fruits laden on that. And a fruit which is fully ripened. That fruit, touched by the beak of the parrot. What is so special when the parrot touches the fruit with its beak? What happens? Meetha hota hai. It becomes more sweet. Now in the future generations, kids will never know what it means about all these different things. They will just know meetha banana hai, put some medicine and just stir it nicely. Allow it to remain for some time. Meetha ho jayega. But when the parrot touches the fruit with the beak, the fruit becomes very sweet. And here we have a fruit, a mango fruit, touched by the beak of a parrot called Shukadev Goswami, who has spoken Srimad Bhagavatam. And this fruit is very special. You don't eat. Khadantam nahi bulaya. Pibantam. This is drunk. And who drinks this fruit? This fruit is drunk by liberated souls, and along with that, people like us were practitioners. And just by drinking this fruit, yaad rakhiye, nasha ho jayega. Yes. And people just keep taking dip again and again and again in Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is that anyone who has got Srimad Bhagavatam in the house, doesn't matter you have some possessions or not, if Bhagavatam is there, you are the richest person in the entire creation. Because you have Krishna in your place. And today, one such pastime we'll discuss, Maakhan Chor. Krishna's first Maakhan Chor, hear carefully. He's just 2.5 years young. Because we don't call Krishna over he's young. In his own house, he started his Maakhan Chor in his own house. Charity begins from. He said, okay, I'll try first in my house, then we'll see later. So he went to one of the rooms, and there's Maakhan. A pot was kept with Maakhan. Went inside, he took the pot, he put the hand inside the pot. Now what happened is, Nanda Maharaj's Bhavan had a lot of jewels on the pillar, and that pillar was reflecting Krishna's image. So Krishna was able to see his own reflection. But a bichara chota nanna bacha, he started feeling, if someone is watching me, I should do a deal now with this person who is watching me. And this great personality whom we worship, he started talking to his own image, his own reflection, putting the hand in the pot. He started talking to his own image. Tujhe bhi chahiye. You also want? Le. And now from the other side, there is no reply that is coming, but always. All chahiye, all le. You want more? Take more. Please don't tell Maya. Please don't tell Maya I'm doing this. And then when there was no reply coming, then he said, okay, you take the entire pot, but keep your mouth shut. And there's no reply coming from there. And then he started telling to the image, to the reflection, to his own reflection, go and tell whomever you want to tell. Too much acting. You think you're smart? And when Krishna was doing this pastime, and Krishna was speaking to his own reflection, Mother Yashoda is hiding and seeing. And she cannot control her laughter. She was laughing and laughing and laughing. And then Mother Yashoda comes there without, as if she has not seen anything. Krishna's hand is in the pot. And Mother Yashoda, she comes and she says, Kana, Lala, what are you doing, beta? What are you doing? Why your hand is there in the pot? Now look at what Krishna says. Maya, actually, the bangles that you put, these are creating a lot of heat in my hand. I wanted to cool it, so it is there in the pot. Oh. Once Mother Yashoda told Krishna, go and get that calf that is going around. They're all gopas, right? Gopas means gopalakas, taking care of the cows and calves. So the calf was going around. And Mother Yashoda said, get that calf and tie it here in the courtyard. And Krishna went and running around the calf is running, Krishna is running, and finally he caught the calf. And then he was bringing the calf towards the home. And then when he was coming towards the home, he saw a room and there were lots of pots hanging. And he was able to make out Maakhan. Now see what he did. He was coming like this, first through a detour, and then he went like this. And then when he went there, he started looking up, how can I climb and get this pot? How can I eat this butter? Look at the unique idea of our Lord. He kept the calf down, he climbed on the calf, and he held the pot, and little bit he went up, to get the Maakhan. And since his leg went a bit up, the calf ran away from there. And the calf ran away from there. The only thing Krishna was able to do at that time is, Maya, please save me, please save me. And the mother comes and then she said, अरे मैंने तो तुझे कुछ काम के लिए भेजा, तू इधर लटका कैसा है? What are you doing here? And again Krishna tells something and he escapes from there. This was all happening in the house. But every day, some of the other elderly gopi from other houses would come and they'd start complaining. And Shukadeva Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam, he describes this very beautifully in 2 shlokas. One of them is displayed here. The first thing, though many gopis came and they called out Mother Yashoda. Maya, Yashoda, come out. And now they began their pravachan. Whenever we tell you that your Kana comes and steals butter, you never believe. Now see, all of us, we have come and we all have proof. And then they started speaking. The first thing that they say is, Vatsan, Monchan, Kvachat, Asamaye. But Gopi started saying that your Kana comes to our house and he goes and unties all the calves. And the calf starts running towards the cow to drink the milk. I hope everyone knows the signs of when to tie the calf and when to release the calf. The calf is not just released to drink all the milk because the calf will have the stomach upset. So only certain amount of milk it has to take. Therefore, the milkman will first milk the cow and some milk will be left for the calf. I don't know in future if the kids would get to know. One of the senior devotee in ISKCON, he was one of the program and he asked, kids were there. So where does the milk come from? And one kid said, from the market. This is the only answer that kids will have in future, I tell you. I think all of us are fortunate to see the cows getting milked. Yes. If not, then visit any of our ISKCON Goshalas, you'll see early morning milking of the cows going on. And here, Vatsan, Munchan, the cows were left, were untied, asamaye, at a wrong time. So gopis are telling this. And the calves would run around. And gopis and the gopas, that is the wives and husbands, are going around catching the calf. Huge hustle and bustle early in the morning. Huge hustle and bustle. And the calves are going and eating the milk, and these gopas are pulling the calf, they're trying to tie the calf. And at that time, some gopi would catch Krishna red-handed. Tune kiya na? You're the one who has done this. And she would say, I've caught you red-handed today. And you know what Krishna would say? I have caught you red-handed today. And he also cursed. What I have done? You nirdayi, you cruel lady, you have caught the calf there, tied there, and the calf is shouting from a long time for milk. And you have no kindness at all. And tell me, this cow belongs to whom? The gopi said, me. The cow belongs to whom? Me. The milk of the cow belongs to whom? Gopi saying, me. When the calf is drinking the milk of your cow, which is your milk, tell me who will become strong, I or your calf? Gopi is clueless. Abhi pakada tha usko and she is clueless. What happened? Maybe I'm there. Second thing that I will mention is Krosha Sanjata Hasa. Now, gopis, what they would do is, after they saw that repeatedly this is happening, they told the husbands, you stand at the door and don't allow anyone to enter. Anyone means Krishna and his friends. Don't allow them to enter inside the house. And the gopas would stand like this. Vatsan Munchan Kochida Samaye. They'll go and untie the calf. They're running around. The gopis will run around to catch them. And when they're running around to catch the calf, Krishna will go slowly and sneak into the house. But now, on this day, husbands are standing. Now, husbands are looking at Krishna. And Krishna is looking at the husband. Okay, they are looking and he's looking. And when both are looking into each other's eyes, Krishna looked at them and he just smiled. And when Krishna smiled, it is described, the person was standing like this, just stood like this, he also started smiling. Very, very beautiful prayer which Bilvamangal Thakur has written. He says, Madhura Madhara Bimbe Manjulam Mandahasye Shisharam Amritanade Sheetalam Drishtipate Vipulam Arunanetre Vishrutam Venuvade Maragatamani Neelam Balamalokahedu. He is saying, Madhuram Adhara Bimbe. Have you heard this word Madhura? What does it mean? Sweet. Our Vallabhacharya, a great Acharya, he has written a very beautiful song called Madhurashtakam. Have you heard Madhurashtakam? Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram Madhura Dipate Akhilam Madhuram. So here, Vallabhacharya is glorifying Krishna and he is saying, oh, everything is Madhura. Adharam Madhuram, your lips are sweet. Adharam Madhuram, Vadanam Madhuram, your entire face is sweet. And then he says, Nayanam Madhuram, your eyes are so beautiful and so sweet. Hasitam Madhuram, your smile is so sweet. And then he says, Hridayam Madhuram, oh Lord, your heart is so sweet. Gamanam Madhuram, oh Lord, your walking is so sweet. Oh Lord, everything about you is sweet. And Vilokmal Thakur is another great saint, and he who is saying this, Adharam, Madhuram Adhara Bimbe. So he's saying, oh Lord, your lips are so sweet. And he's comparing that to a reddish fruit called Bimba fruit. And then he also says, Manjulam Mandahasya. When Krishna smiles, he just conquers the entire world by a smile. Bichare. Gopal is standing like this. They were supposed to be angry. According to the entire context, they were supposed to be angry. Standing like this, looking at Krishna. Krishna is smiling, and they are also smiling. And they were in a statue mode. And you know what Krishna and the friends did? His hands were like this. They went from below. And they're still standing like this. And the gopis came there and Kya ho gaya? They're smiling. Now Mother Yashoda, she's asking, why Krishna does all this? Vatsam Muncham, Kvachira Samaya. Why is he doing this? And Krosha Sanjata Hasa, why is he smiling at your angry husbands? Maya, you don't know. When all this is happening, your Kana enters our house. And what he does? Stheyam swadu atti ataha dadi payaha kalpitai stheya yogai. She's saying, one of the gopis is saying that kalpitai stheya yogai. You know what? Your son is very great. And Mother Yashoda starts smiling. He's great. Chor. And he has all the ways. He has got a lot of plans. Lot of plans to steal butter in various ways. And let me tell you, Maya, Steyam Swadu Atti Ataha. He eats butter which he steals. Now Mother Yashoda got angry on that gopi. What sort of lady you are? If my son wants to eat butter, my son wants to eat curd, my son wants to drink milk, can't you give that to him? Can't you give that to him? And the gopi is telling, Maya, you don't think you might have given to him? One day I called Krishna. Krishna, come, beta. See, don't steal butter. Take this butter. And then she's telling, you know what your Krishna told? I'm beggar of what to take from you. You know who is my father? My father is Nanda Maharaj. You know how many cows? We have 9 lakh cows. I need from your hand, from your hand. Right? Dare you ask me again if I eat butter or not? And he ran away from there. Then Mother Yashoda was thinking, oh, now what my Kana is doing, what my Kana is doing. Then the gopi started saying, Mother Yashoda said, see, let him steal butter, let him eat. See, whatever amount of butter he takes from your house, gopi, you take from my house that much of butter. I have no problem. You have a lot of butter, you take. Then that gopi was speaking, she said, Maya, don't feel bad. See, I don't want butter. But see, if he eats, I have no problem. But Markan Bhokshan Vibhajati Sahab. Maya, he takes the butter, he calls all the monkeys from outside. Come. He calls all the monkeys from outside, he takes the butter, he sits, and he divides the butter amongst all the monkeys. And monkeys are eating, Maya. Monkeys are eating butter. That's a very nice thing to note. That Krishna remembers our service. He never forgets our service. This is one of my favorite points. Whenever monkeys and Krishna and butter comes into picture, I make this point. In this world, everyone will forget what we have done to them. Anything that we have done to people, they will forget. What to do? People in this world have natural quality of forgetfulness. In future, don't be very surprised when the kids would come and ask you, Mama, Papa, what have you done for me? The only thing Mama and Papa can do is just have some tears in the eyes and look at the kid. I've done nothing for you, beta. Is what do people will not remember. There was one boy who went into depression, and he came for counseling to me and he was saying that, Prabhuji, I am helping people around so much, but none of them are helping me. And they don't remember my help. I said, welcome to the material world. You're in the right place. You're right. There's what to do. That's what it's all about. But Krishna never forgets any service that we have done to him. Any service. To such an extent, this same Vanar was his Vanar Sena in Ramayana. And they helped Krishna, who was there in the form of Lord Ram, to build that Ram Setu. At that time, Krishna didn't give them any salary, so Krishna was thinking, now I'll give them. Can you all just imagine, comprehend what does it mean to eat from Krishna's hand, Maakhan? The small hand Krishna is making, to be, come, to be. And all the monkeys are eating from Krishna's hands. Therefore, I always tell all the devotees whenever we discuss about this pastime, that in our life, a lot of time we invest in pleasing people around, serving people around. But exclusive time you should take out to serve the Lord. He never forgets. Lifetime after lifetime he remembers. Now you might forget how many rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra you have chanted. But you know what? Krishna remembers not number of rounds, he remembers every bead also. Every bead of Hare Krishna Mahamantra that you have chanted. Every time that you offered a tulsi leaf to him, Krishna remembers. Every time you have come for a satsang to hear about him, sacrificing your personal time, he remembers. And every time you give up going to restaurant and come here and it's going to have prasad, Krishna remembers. Look at these devotees, they're coming to have my remembrance, my prasad. And every time you feel very nice sitting in a kirtan, sitting in a katha, and you relish that, Krishna remembers. And he reciprocates. And you know what is the reciprocation? He spiritually nourishes us, he gives us spiritual realization, he elevates us on this path of Krishna consciousness and makes us blissful in life. And look at this, Krishna, Treta Yug, Baba, Treta Yug mein hua tha. And Krishna is feeding his monkeys in Dwapar Yug. This is called as reciprocation of the Lord. People of this world are mortal beings. What to expect from these people, Baba? What to expect? To remember whatever you have done to them? You tell them 10 years back I did this to you. And who remembers 10 years back? झूठ बोल रहा है तो. Now just imagine, पहले तो कैमरा भी नहीं थे फोटो खिंचा के दिखाने के लिए. अभी तो फिर भी ऐसी पेरेंट्स की प्रूफ ऑफ एवरीथिंग. केक का फोटो, फर्स्ट बर्थडे का फोटो. आगे चलकर देखें, शिवासी, I celebrated your birthday. Now you celebrate my 100th birthday. I see parents, they click anything and everything nowadays. बच्चा पैदा होते होते click. Welcome to the material world. And here Krishna, he remembers everything, he remembers, and he's feeding the monkeys. And the gopi is telling Mother Yashoda, Maya, see, if he has butter, I have no problem. Let him eat butter. But he feeds monkeys. And Maya, you know, after some time, these monkeys are also full. How much will they eat butter? How much will they eat? They eat fruits around, leaves around, and everything, and they're happy. And this boy, your Kanha, who is hiding behind you now, he feeds them butter. And after some time, they are also completely full. And you know what? Your Kanha does after that? Very irritating, Maya. Very irritating. And this is what he does. Chetana atti bhandam vinanti. When the monkeys don't eat butter from his hands, he takes the butter, he throws it down, he takes the pot, he throws it down. What dirty butter this is? Even monkeys are not eating. Maya, our house get dirty. How can I explain you, Maya? How can I explain you? Then Maya started telling, okay, Gopi, you calm down. You calm down. So I'll tell you, you hide the butter in some place where Krishna cannot find. Don't keep it outside. Another Gopi said, Maya, you think I've not done this? Dravya adabhe sa griha kupitaha. Maya, when this Krishna is not able to find the butter, you know what he does? He curses my husband. He says, what sort of grihapati you are? What sort of leader of the family you are? Nothing is there in your house to eat. Maya, he curses us. He says, Daridra vasatu greh. May Daridra always be in this house. And Maya, at times before leaving the house, he looks at our face and he says, tomorrow I will come and burn your entire house and put the entire house on fire. And Maya is not able to do anything. Small boy, 2.5, 3 years old, what will he do? And you know, Maya, what he does before leaving the place? Yati upakroshya Tokan. He goes to our Tokan, he goes to our small kids who are there in the cradle, and all that frustration that he has on us, he goes and pinches the child who is sleeping and makes them cry. Yati, Upar, Krosha, he pinches them, he irritates them, makes them cry, and he runs away from there. I was just thinking, though the baby was sleeping in the cradle, Krishna is pinching him and saying, "Get up! Jeev jago! Chant Hare Krishna, you're sleeping. Get up!" So now when all this was going on, Mother Yashoda, she was very bad. My Krishna is doing all this. Then Mother Yashoda said, "Okay, see, instead of hiding, do one thing. Keep the pots in such a way that Krishna is able to see the pot, but he should not be able to access the pot." Another gopi, she raised her hands. "Maya, I have done it already. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you. See how blissful Srimad Bhagavatam is. I'm just describing the shloka and nothing else." So next gopi, she said, "Hasta agrahe rachayati vidhim." She said, "Maya, I've already tried. Hasta agrahe." उसको ग्रहण न करने लायक रखा था मैंने. It was there up, hanging from the ceiling. Only elders, that too climbing on a stool, they can actually take. Climbing on a ladder or a table, they can take. Maya, I did that. And Mother Yashoda was very happy. It worked. It worked. It worked for him. You know, Maya, what he did? First, Pithaka. Maya, he got some table and then he climbed on it. He's not able to reach. Then he got some plank of wood. He put that and up, and finally, Maya, he was successful. He has got a lot of ways to climb and get the butter. Another gopi said, "Maya, same thing happened in my house also. Ulukhala adayahi." Maya, he took a grinding motor. You see, Damodar type of grinding motor. He took that, he made it upside down, he climbed on it. And easily he was able to reach. And he started taking. Another gopi said, "Maya, these are still non-living things which he took. Inanimate objects. Sometimes when we hide those also, all the ladders are hidden, all the grinding motors are hidden. He calls all his friends, come. Let's play Dahi Handi, come." He will make nice formation. All the Gopals will be standing on each other. And your Kanha, hero, he goes to the top. And he takes the butter, he eats. And look at him. He passes the butter down and he feeds everyone. And that's how the butter goes down. Everyone eats nicely. Once what happened is when all this was going on. By the way, Krishna has got many friends. In fact, it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, lakhs of gopas. So for a few friends, Krishna is there, Balram is there. There's one devotee or one friend called Madhumangal. And there is someone who's called as Stoka Krishna, Kinkini, and many of them like that. Madhumangal's speciality is he's a Brahman boy. See, all these people are gopas. They are Vaishya category, they are all business class. This boy was a Brahmana boy. Now, Brahmanas in the past, they were known by their belly. Yes. And Madhumangal was known by his belly. Very hefty boy. All the time he'll have some laddus in his pocket. All the time. And he'll have 2 laddus here also. And many laddus here. So one day when all of them, they were in the busy mode, with one pointed focus, they had made the formation. Krishna was there at the top. He was stealing the butter and feeding the butter to everyone. And the gopis shouted from there, "There you are!" And there was a gang of gopis because they had planned, today we will catch all. And they all entered a room. And all these different small kids, 2.5, 3 years, 3.5 years kids. There's a small window that was there. One after another, the gopas, they started jumping. Krishna jumped out first, then Balram jumped from that window, and then the other friend jumped. It was the turn of Madhumangal. He tried jumping. This much part was out, but this part got stuck. Now look at the entire scene. Now he's a Brahmana, so he had the shikha, the tuft of hair behind the head. So now his head is out, Gopal is on the other side. His legs are inside, gopis are there on this side. So from that side, Krishna and his friends are pulling the shikha. And from this side, the gopis are pulling the leg. And in between, Madhumangal is shouting, "Save me, save me." And Krishna understood this is not correct. Then they left the shikha from the other side, gopis pulled them this side. And they ran away. And they were hiding and saying, "What will these gopis do to Madhumangal?" You know what they did? Next level. They tied a rope to the shikha. They put it across the branch of a tree. And the gopis were there on the other side. They were knowing that these kids are all hiding and seeing. They were pulling the rope. The shikha would go up along with Madhumangal. As soon as his feet would go above the ground, Madhumangal would loudly shout, "Krishna!" What do you shout? Krishna! And George is loud. Krishna! And everywhere that sound will be there, and then Krishna would be looking at us. Oh, he's stuck there. We have to do something. Do something. Krishna and his friends, they made a plan to confront the gopis. Gopis are busy. And then when this was happening, so Krishna went in his own style. He said, "You offenders, you know what you're doing. You're all offenders." The gopis left there. Offended what we did? The way Krishna would behave, they will forget why they are doing what they are doing. Offenders, what we did? You know who is Madhumangal? He is a Brahmana. And you have offended a Brahmana. And in Shastra, it is said, anyone who offends a Brahmana has to rot in hell forever. And all of you who have troubled him are going to rot in hell forever. And now, the gopis, they asked Krishna, "Krishna, what is the solution? We don't want to go to hell. Please tell us what to do now." And at that time, Krishna gave a solution. See, Madhumangal likes butter. Madhumangal likes butter. He also likes laddus. He likes milk sweets. Go get from your houses, everyone. Feed him. And once he is fed, he's a Brahmana. He is very merciful. Once his stomach is full, he'll be happy. He'll bless all of you. And Madhumangal, yeah, I like butter. I like laddu. I like sweets. And the gopis got and gave, and all of them, they did a party with that and enjoyed. So in this way, the gopis, they were trying their best to catch them and do a lot of things. And here it is described, they would do the formation, that gopi is speaking out all this. And the next, the other gopi said, sometimes Krishna is not able to find the ladder, he's not able to find the table, he's not able to find the wooden grinding mortar. His friends are also less in number, so he cannot form the pyramid. But somehow your child is very intelligent. And whenever Maya hears all these words, no, she's like, intelligent? Yes, intelligent in making plans to steal butter. And then they're saying this, Chitra vi antaha nihita vayunaha shikya bhandeshu tattvavit. So she's saying that bhandeshu shikya tattvavit. We tie the bhanda, we tie the pot, shikya, at the top. Now he does not know what is there in the top. What is tattvavit? He is the one who can easily make out, just looking at the pot, what are the contents of the pot. He has all the signs. Maya, he knows all the signs. Since Krishna didn't speak Bhagavad Gita there, they were not knowing who is he. Very, very beautiful shloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Please repeat everyone. Sarvasya chaham rati sannivishto matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedesha sarver ahameva vedyo vedanta krit vedavid eva chaham. 15th chapter, 15th shloka. Krishna is saying that I am there in everyone's heart. And I am the person who has compiled the Vedas. I am to be known from the Vedas. And I am the actual knower of the Vedas. He knows everything. He has all the knowledge. You know how much time Krishna took to speak Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Approx 1 hour. And we are having this Gita course going on from last And in that also we are not able to cover everything. And after hearing the next Sunday when revision happens. So last Sunday, what did we speak? What did you hear? Prabhuji, wrong question. Don't ask such questions. Krishna knows everything. And just looking at the pot, he was able to make out kisme kya hai. And the gopi is saying this, oh, he knows everything. And Maya, you know what he does? He gets a rod with him. Sometimes an iron rod, sometimes a stick with the iron rod at the top. And he goes, and then without making noise, he takes that rod, a hole in the pot, and such a wonderful hole, Maya, he makes. Wonderful hole. Yes, Maya, wonderful hole he makes, and the butter flows like this in a very nice stream. He keeps his mouth open. And when he is full, then without wasting butter, he'll call other person, come. He opens his mouth. Maya, this is what he does, one after another. Then Maya started saying that, see, when he's doing all these different things, what are you people doing at home? Bhagavan kahan se? What are you doing at home? At that time, the gopis are saying, Gopyah yarhi grihakrityeshu suvyagra chittaha. Another gopi started saying, Maya, what to do? Grihakrityeshu. We are doing household work. And suvyagra chittaha, we are very busy doing the household work. When we are doing all this, then your child enters our house, enters our house. And then Maya finally she said, okay, I have to give some solution to these people. They've come here. So she said, okay, do one thing. Keep all the pots of butter, milk and everything in a dark room so that he does not find it. Now another gopi said, Maya, me. From behind she came forward and she said, I've already done it. You know what? Your son, when he enters that room, entire room becomes lit. Maya, I tell you, there is some effulgence in his body. As soon as he enters the room, there's nice kanti that comes, nice effulgence from his body, entire room is lit. Another gopi said, Maya, I saw this, and also you are also part of that theft. You know why? Maya said, why? What I did? You dressed him with a lot of jewels, no? That effulgence falling on the jewels, it gets reflected with more light. And he's able to find all that. And he steals everything and runs away. A very important point. When Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita it is given. Please repeat. Krishna Surya Sama. Maya hai andhakar. Jaha Krishna. Taha nair Maya Radhikar. So it is said the darkness that is there in this world represents illusion. Maya. And as soon as sun rises, you see early in the morning, 5 o'clock or something, you will see that when there is light, there will be no darkness at all. Because the definition of darkness is absence of light. So similarly, it is said the darkness that we have in our life, the illusion that we are in, that darkness is Maya. And as soon as Krishna Surya Sama enters our life, when Krishna enters our life, who is Surya Sama, who is equal to Surya, who is like Surya, our entire life is lit up very nicely. I'm sure all of us sitting here in our day-to-day life will go through a lot of ambiguity or some situation very, very confusing what decision to make. Be it material life or be it spiritual life. Many times people ask us this question, is situation mein kya karu? See, is situation mein kya karu? Fir bhi, we can tell something from Shastra. But sometimes people come and ask, Prabhuji, कल मुझे ये सपना आया था, बता सकते हैं क्यों? अरे भाई तेरा सपना तू देख ले. But it's a fact that in many of the situations, even all the devotees are practicing for quite some time now, chanting good number of rounds, you will find that there will be some situations where it will be very difficult for us to understand what next to do. There will be no clarity. As we advance in spiritual life, as we invite Krishna in our life, the light, the effulgence, the knowledge gets prevalent in our life. Our life, which is as of now filled with darkness and illusion, it is lit by Krishna. And Krishna himself confirms this in Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter 11th shloka. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnana jam tamah nashayami atma bhavasto jnanadikena bhashvatam. Krishna is saying, when I am pleased with my devotee, I lit the lamp of knowledge in their heart, dispelling all the darkness. And such a person, such a spiritualist is called as enlightened spiritualist. And you will see some qualities of such spiritualists. They will have clarity what next to do. They will be fearless. They will be confident. They will be magnetic personality. They will get attracted to that person. Therefore, it's very important that we invest a good amount of time to invite Krishna to our home, invite Krishna to our hearts. Therefore, I'm sure here again and again it will be spoken about mantra meditation, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How many of you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day on beats? Raise your hands. झूठ नहीं बोला मंदिर में आप लोग. अरे बाकी लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? हरि बोल. It's high time. It's very high time. Because when we hear classes, the next is implementation. And see, from a long time we have been giving Gita course classes. One thing that I have seen is those students who don't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, after some time, the darkness is so much in their life, they stop coming for the classes. They might be relishing the classes, they like it very much, but then the illusory energy takes over and the person gets away from Krishna, gets away from these classes, gets away from the process of bhakti. Therefore, I request all the students always, wherever I go, make sure every day at least one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra should be done. And as your age is progressing, when you celebrate your birthday, happy birthday to you. Remember, we're getting closer to death. Every time when you get closer to death, there should be meditation. How much I have got closer to Krishna. How much I have been enlightened in my life. How much I have invited Krishna in my life. And how much knowledge and light is there in my life. Therefore, we understand this very clearly. Once Krishna enters, it will be all effulgence. And here we have a nice example for that. Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he is telling Arjuna, Natat bhashayate suryo nashashanko na pavakaha yadyatvana nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is telling Arjuna, hello Arjuna, in the spiritual world, in my abode, Natat bhashayate suryo, there is no need of sun. Na shashanka, shashanka means moon. There is no need of moon. Na pavakaha means no fire. There is no need of all that because the place is self-effulgent. Because Krishna's Kanti, it gives all the effulgence out. Many times people say, no, Bhagwan Nirakar hai, there is no form of the Lord. You know what are they talking about? They're talking about this effulgence. The effulgence that comes from the body of the Lord, this light that is there is called as Brahman or Brahma Jyoti. Now those people who are not that spiritually realized, they say, looking at this Brahma Jyoti, Lord is Nirakar. Therefore, it's a very, very important thing to note that when Krishna enters our life, this effulgence prevails, knowledge prevails, blessings prevail, mercy prevails, and what we can do at that time is just advance in bhakti and become blissful in our day-to-day life. Right? Yes? So in this way we see that when it comes to Mother Yashoda, she heard all these different things. But one thing Mother Yashoda was thinking, that why these gopis are not catching him red-handed and getting him to me. Krishna's father's elder brother. Anyone knows the name? Okay, Krishna's father's name is Nanda Maharaj. His elder brother's name is Upananda. And Upananda's wife's name is Padmavati Devi. What is the elder brother's name? Upananda. His wife's name? Padmavati. Padmavati Gopi. Now Krishna didn't leave even his uncle's house. He'll go steal butter there. And there was a lot of talk that was going on. Upananda Maharaj and Padmavati were discussing, this boy is coming and stealing butter. So Padmavati Gopi, she said, don't worry, my dear husband, don't worry. I'll catch him red-handed. I'll take him to our Yashoda. And now what is the relation of Padmavati Gopi and Yashoda? Sister-in-law, now she is the elder sister-in-law. Yes, Jethani. So when she thought, I'll do that. See, anyways, when I speak, she has to be here and she has to punish Krishna. But for that, I have to catch him red-handed because Yashoda loves Krishna so much that she will never believe that she is doing all this. So one day, when Krishna was stealing butter, Padmavati Gopi, she was successful in catching him red-handed. And she pulled him to Nanda Bhavan. But she saw Nanda Maharaj sitting outside. So what she did was she took the pallu and she put it on Krishna's face. That he does not get to know what she's going to do. She went inside and she called Yashoda. Yashoda, come! Many times, many gopis have come and complained to you. You have never believed. Today I have caught your son red-handed. And she removed the pallu. And she started speaking a lot of things. Your son did this, he came to my house, he stole butter like this, he broke the pots like this. And Mother Yashoda, ठीक है ना? Are you okay? Everything is good. Today I have caught your son, so you're behaving like this? Everything is good. No, are you healthy? Everything is good, I told you. Listen to me carefully. And she went on and on and on. And Mother Yashoda, हो गया? नहीं, सुनो. हो गया? नहीं, सुनो. And she went on speaking for a long time. And then Mother Yashoda at the end, she said, अभी हो गया? हाँ, हो गया. And then Mother Yashoda, she looked at the boy and she said, देखो किसको लेके आए आप? He is not Krishna. And she turned, and Padmavati Gopi, she saw her own son there. And she was bewildered completely. Now see, this is a very embarrassing moment. You give a huge class, and after that, you see that the proof is not proper. All of you remembering your own life incidents, looks like. And she's saying, oh, what happened? And then she was bewildered completely. And Mother Yashoda said, मुझे लगता है कि आप कल रात को ठीक से सोए नहीं, आप जाके ठीक से सो जाइए, कोई बात नहीं. No, I didn't take anything to my heart, whatever you said. No problem, go. And now this Gopi, all the time she was thinking, ये हुआ कैसा? And then she came out of Nanda Bhavan and then she was going to her place. And then she looked at the person, the son, and it was Krishna. And Krishna was smiling at her. And she looked at like, Krishna, hey, my son was there now. How come you have come? And Krishna said, it was me only. I transform my face into your son's face. Next time you repeat this, it will be your husband's face. From that day onwards, all the gopis were very, very scared to catch him red-handed and do anything with him. Coming to the last part, we have discussed so many pastimes. I can go on, but we are short of time. See, one question that comes to the mind is, firstly, why these gopis are coming and complaining? Because you know what? Every day when they would churn the yogurt to get the butter, they would pray to Narayan. They were not going Krishna is only Narayan. They would pray to Narayan, oh Narayan, today the butter that I am making, may Krishna come and steal this butter. Oh, if that was the case, then why they were going and complaining? Actually, every day when they would go to the house of Mother Yashoda, they would get darshan of Krishna. Only for that they would go. And when they would speak all this, Krishna would be behind Mother Yashoda, scared, and then he looking like this. And again going back and hiding. So this scene, gopis would be relishing so much. And even when all this talk is going on, the next shloka after this, Shukdev Goswami describes and he says, when the gopis were speaking all this, they were all smiling and speaking. And when Mother Yashoda is hearing this, she is smiling. So when this entire complaining pastime is going on, it's not that people are getting angry. They're all smiling, they're all relishing, because that's what is Krishna Lila all about. And in Vrindavan, every talk is a song and every walk is a dance. It's all blissful. But still the question remains, why Krishna steals butter? How many cows Krishna's father had? Now you can imagine the amount of butter that will be there in the house. See, when it comes to robbery, when it comes to theft, you steal something which you don't have, which you want more. But here Nanda Maharaj was so rich, he had everything in his house. So why still Krishna is going and stealing the butter? Two reasons. First, just to reciprocate with all his devotees, all his gopis. These motherly gopis, they would have this mood that I have made this butter with so much of love, may Krishna come and take it. And just to reciprocate with them, Krishna would go and steal the butter and please them. Okay, I came, I accepted the bhoga and made it into prasad. Now you all can take. You know what is the second reason? I started the class with saying we all are absorbed in our day-to-day life so much. Just imagine if Krishna wouldn't have done these leelas. What would discuss come together like this, coming together like this? I'm sure all the ones today who have heard this class, you'll remember some of the other pastime, and when you close your eyes, just remember, you'll just get a smile on your face. That's called being absorbed. All that contamination that we have can be replaced with this very, very wonderful transcendental Leela of Krishna. And it is described that when devotees come together like this and discuss Krishna Katha, there's a very, very important miracle that happens in their life. In the life of speaker, in the life of listeners. And you know what is that miracle? Please repeat everyone. There's a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. Shrણवतां स्वकथा Krishna Punya Tirtha Nishevana. So here it is said, Shrણवतां स्वकथा Krishna Punya Tirtha Nishevana. So these pastimes of the Lord, they are very, very glorious. Ridantastohi abhadrani. Whatever abhadra is there in our heart, whatever contamination is there in our heart, when we hear Krishna Katha, Vidunoti Suhrut Satam, this Suhrut, our well-wisher Krishna, he enters our heart, he cleanses that contamination. For that we should allow Krishna to enter. And the way to allow Krishna to enter is by hearing Krishna Katha, that is Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. See, one thing is for sure that all of us, किसके पास कितना टाइम है किसी को पता नहीं, पता है किसी को कितना टाइम है? Some people are very confident. Probably next 30 years. कभी कभी तो मुझे हंसने को आता है. 30 years? क्या बात है? इस रूम से बाहर जाएंगे, लिफ्ट से निकलेंगे, क्या होगा पता है तुम्हें? टेंशन मत लो, कुछ नहीं होगा. I pray that everyone remains healthy and no mishaps happen. But still, it's a very, very, very astonishing thing in this world. And this was the question that was asked to Yudhishthira Maharaj by Yaksha, that what is the most astonishing thing in this world? And Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling, Ahani ahani iya bhutani gachanti yama mandire sheshas thavar vichanti kimascharya mathaparam. Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, it's very ascharya. You know what is ascharya? Yani yani iya bhutani gachanti yama mandire. Every now and then people are dying and going to Yamaraj's Loka, Yamaloka. But still, Sheshas Thavara Vichanti. The ones who are not dead, the ones who are just seeing others dying, they think, I will remain in this world forever. And so Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, Ascharya, Atra Ascharya. And you see, all of us also, sitting here, everyone knows, kabhi bhi kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Log kehte bhi hain, when something happens in life, they say, वैसे ही पता नहीं कब तक हम रहेंगे. One of the lady was saying like that. An old lady was telling one of the preachers in ISKCON, भगवान उठा क्यों नहीं देते मुझे? There was a wire that was hanging, live wire. This preacher told, जाओ पकड़ो उसको, भगवान उठा लेंगे. ऐसे कैसे? नहीं ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. No one wants to die, but still it's going to come. But the thing is, we cannot die in a contaminated state of mind for sure. Because it is described in our scriptures, Durlabho manusho deho dehinam shana bhangura tatrapi durlabham manye vaikunta priya darshana. It is that Durlabham manusho deho, this deha is durlabh. It is only in human form. You can realize the Supreme Personality of God and you can attain perfection. Only in human form you have the power and you have the capacity and the ability to break the cycle of birth and death. There is no other way. Durlabham manusho deho Dehi naam Shana Bhangura. We have got this, which is very durlabh, but it's Shana Bhangura. It is very, very Shana Bhangura. You don't know what next moment is going to happen. Tatrapi durlabham manye. After getting a human form, which is very rare, even more rare thing is what, Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam. Getting the association of devotees and hearing Krishna Katha and understanding what to do in devotional service. It's even more rare. Even more rare. So we are very, very fortunate like that we have got this opportunity. Therefore, I always keep telling that this opportunity, now we cannot waste. We have to take it up seriously. Karna hi kya hai zyada? Shravanam Kirtanam, that's it. Hear Krishna Katha. All of you sitting and hearing and smiling. And already 1.5 hours we are sitting and doing this. Chanting Hare Krishna, how much time it takes? For 1 hour it just takes 10 minutes. And all your mentors, all the ones who are calling you, all the devotees, all the volunteers, they chant 16 rounds, which takes 2 hours. 10 minutes to very sakte to start with. Now just imagine if someone is chanting for 2 hours. कुछ तो है ना इसमें? कुछ तो है ना? There's one devotee called Haridas Thakur, he would chant 192 rounds. Only 22 hours it takes. You can try. 22 hours. If he's chanting 192 rounds, कुछ तो है ना इसमें? पागल तो नहीं हो लोग बैठे एक जगह पे chant कर रहे. Something is there. What is that something? Cannot be described, it has to be experienced. Therefore, I always say that take up the process seriously and go more deeper and deeper and deeper. And we'll relish Krishna consciousness. And we'll come to a certain stage in our life where we'll be blissful. And that search for happiness that we have, going around to different places to search, that will end. That will surely end. And here, Krishna, by stealing butter, is telling us, I want to steal your heart also. Oh devotees, I want to steal your heart also. But क्या करूं, पत्थर है ना, ये तो पत्थर ऐसा strong है. It's hard. It's dirty. So Krishna is telling us, make your heart like butter. What are the qualities of butter? Butter is soft. Butter is pure. Butter is white. And Krishna is telling us, make your heart soft. Make your heart pure. Make it white. And make it tasty. And one day, early in the morning when you're sitting and chanting, I'll come to your house also and steal your heart. So what we have to do is just participate in Krishna's butter stealing pastime, heart stealing pastime. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shila Prabhupada ki